Hello everybody, Serena Polverino here, Content Manager at AppsBuilder. Welcome to this webinar today on how to use mobile coupons to generate mobile revenues for your business. So Christmas time is close, and what a better season than this one to learn how to use in-app couponing. For those of you who are not familiar with AppsBuilder yet, let me just give you a very quick introduction before we get started with this webinar. AppsBuilder was born in 2010 with the aim of turning what is typically a complex and expensive process into a simplified practice, a piece of cake, a process that doesn't require any coding or design skills whatsoever. Over the past 5 years, we have seen the mobile market explode, and the app industry has been growing non-stop and has opened a wide ocean of business opportunities, and many of these opportunities are yet to be exploited. One of the most profitable business opportunities is definitely represented by mobile couponing. Over the past 3 years, the number of people using mobile coupons has increased by almost 20%, with figures jumping from a little more than 13 million in 2010 to over 36 million in 2013, and these figures are definitely bound to rise. Moreover, if we look at mobile customers' behavior, it turns out that mobile coupons are one of the main factors influencing people to engage with a brand. It looks like that 77% of customers admitted that they are more willing to engage with a company if this company offers incentives such as special deals, discounts, and coupons, of course. Then apparently 46% are motivated to engage with a brand if the brand solves problems, offers to solve problems, and provide product information. And finally, 26% are more willing to engage with a brand if they are able to provide access to premium content and then entertain clients. And of course, there is no better time than Christmas time to leverage the power of mobile couponing. During Christmas time, we register up to an amazing 264% increase in daily online shopping. If you take a look at for a second at these figures, you'll find these figures truly amazing. If you look at the dates, you will soon realize that they're almost all in the first 2 weeks of December. As you can see, we have up to 264% increase in Nordic countries on the 9th of December. And all the other dates are, like I said, in the first 2 weeks of the month. Okay, so time to hesitate is over, and if you haven't done it yet, it's definitely time to jump the gun on mobile coupons. And that's exactly where AppsBuilder comes in. AppsBuilder is the only one platform that combines 3 different functionalities into one single platform. Of course, with AppsBuilder, you can create your mobile apps for iPhone, Android, as well as your mobile site, what we usually refer to as an HTML5 web app. But AppsBuilder is not just about creating an application. We also provide you with several promotional tools to spread word about your app and drive more traffic to it. We'll see today some of the promotional tools offered by our platform. And AppsBuilder is also about engagement, because mobile apps are for reaching out your customers in an easier way. And so we also provide CRM tools and engagement tools to get in touch with your customers and engage them into your brand life. Okay, so before we get this started, let's just have a very quick overview of the topics that we are going to cover today in this webinar. So of course we're going to start with a complete walkthrough to show you how to build your application from scratch. We're going to see how to manage in-app bookings to enable users to book your services via app just by tapping an icon on their smartphone screen. We're also going to see, of course, how to create mobile coupons so that you can promote your special deals via application and allow your users to grab the offer on the fly. We're also going to see together some app design customization features, and I will show you that you don't need to be a designer to do that. You don't need to have any special design skills, but it's just very intuitive and easy to customize your app look and feel. We're also going to see how to create an app landing page. App landing page is a totally unique feature provided by AppsBuilder, and it can dramatically affect your app's popularity. Likewise, app design customization, you won't need to be a designer to do that. I'll show you how to set up an app landing page in just a few minutes. And finally, we're going to have a short Q&A session where you can finally put forward your questions, and I'll do my best to answer as many questions as possible in the final part of the webinar. All you have to do is just use the chat box, the live chat box that you find in the right-hand side bottom of your screen. and just type in your question basically. Anyway, don't worry because this webinar is recorded and will be emailed to each one of you at the end of the webinar. So if you have any special question or that I don't get to answer during the webinar, or if you have to leave before the end of the webinar, no problem, because you will have the chance to go through the webinar as at the end of the webinar, right, checking your inbox. Okay, so let's get started with AppsBuilder number 1 function, which is of course creating applications. Okay, so this is our home page. I'm sure that you're all familiar with it by now. There are basically 2 ways to create an application with our platform. If this is the first time that you're using AppsBuilder, then you can just click on the try for free button that you find on our homepage, or if you are already a member of our community, as I guess is your case, you can log in into our platform just like I'm doing right now. Okay, this is the dashboard, my main dashboard, which is currently empty because I haven't created any application yet. To create a new app, just click on this big blue button here, and this will redirect you to what we usually call Wizard, our guided tour. So the very first thing that you'll be asked to provide is a name for your app, so some app information. First of all, a name, and for today's webinar I'm going to call my app Shelburne Spa, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Okay, if you want, you can also type in a website. This is optional, it's not compulsory, but it's very handy if you have a website or a blog and you wish to import content from these sources. And of course, if this is not the first time that you're using AppsBuilder, so you are already quite familiar with the whole procedure, you can choose to skip the wizard. So just click on this button here and go straight to the advanced panel. Today, I want to walk you through all the different stages of the wizard, so just click on next step and move on. Okay, here you can choose the pages that you want to display inside your application. As you can see, you can choose among several different types of pages. You got social modules, news pages, podcast, radio, PDF, and so on. Really a lot of pages. Don't worry, because you don't have to make up your mind right now at this stage. You will be free to add more pages or remove pages if necessary from the advanced panel. I just want to pick a few pages as an example to show you how easy it is to select a module. Right, and here you can pick a template for your application. As you can see, you can choose among over 80 ready-made templates, or if you want, you can also create your own template from scratch. As you can see, below each template, you also have different menu style options. Let me see, for example, here you can choose among a grid on 5 columns, or a grid on 4 columns, or a list. For today's webinar, I'm going to go for a very basic layout. I say this one is fine. Okay, and just move to next step. Right, so finally, this is just a confirmation page to say that your app's basic structure is now ready, and you can now access the advanced panel to go on with your app development and customization. Okay, and this is our advanced platform, our advanced dashboard. So let me show you some of the elements that we have in this dashboard. So first of all, you can see these messages popping up around the dashboard. These are a series of tips to introduce you to the different sections of our platform and suggest you how to use them. I really suggest that you make some time to go through them because they really provide you some useful insights. But if you want to skip them, just click on the cross here. Alright. On the left-hand side, you can see the different modules that you can add to your app. As you can see, they are divided into different categories. We have general content, multimedia, social, contact pages, forms, and some ready-made widgets. We're going to see a lot of them today while building up our application. Okay, then you have this navigation bar here, which shows you which stage are you working on at the moment. So which part of your application are you currently working on? At the moment we are working on content, but in a few minutes we're going to move to the look and feel up until promotional page. On the right-hand side of the screen, you can see a live preview where you can test your application and you can see in real time what you have just created in your app. I also want to show you these two icons that we have here on the black top bar. This one is the notification box where we usually push information and notifications about recent updates and special offers available at the moment. So I really recommend that you make some time to regularly check the messages that you find in this box. Whereas the other box that you find here, the other icon, is our checkbox, our checklist. Here we have gathered 8 fundamental recommendations to improve your application, and if you have the chance, make some time to go through them, because in each one of them you will find some tips and tricks to improve your application and also some resources to get some extensive information on the subject. For example, here you can find some tips on how to write mobile optimized content for your application, and if you need to find out more on the subject, you can also download an ebook for free, entirely for free. Okay. As you can see in the central panel, we have now 3 pages. These are the 3 pages that I previously added during the wizard. I'm going to delete these pages because I want to add a new page from scratch with you right now. Okay, so for today's webinar, I'm going to create an application for Shelbourne Spa in Dublin. This spa is the largest in Dublin City and it's been created on 3 floors, and it's also one of the most exclusive in town. It's a hotel spa and it features loads of treatments and facilities such as treatment rooms, swimming pools, a gym, and so on. They also offer many special deals to their members. They also have some Christmas deals at the moment going on, so it would be very helpful for them to have an application to get in touch with their clients more easily, and that's the reason why I'm going to create an application for Shelbourne Spa today. So let's go back to our dashboard. The very first page that I want to create for my app is an About Us page. So with a brief company history and some directions to reach the premises. To create this page, I'm going to use a module called Places that you can find under the General Content section. There you go. If you want to add a page to your app, all you have to do is just click on it or drag and drop. Okay, I'm going to delete this one because I don't need a clone. Okay, this is a special type of page where I can create my very own content manually, so without actually importing it from a URL or a feed, as it can be done for other pages on AppsBuilder such as news or social pages. So I'm going to click on this little icon that you find on the right hand side of each module. It's called Add Content. If you have already created a manual entry, then you can click on Archive and you can browse through the different entries and select the one that you wish to import. On the other hand, if you need to create a manual entry from scratch like we need today, then click on Custom and then Create. Let's click on Add a New Item. Okay, this is a little helper to see the explanation of all the fields that you will find on this page. So if you need to find out more about the type of information that you need to type in for each field, take a look at this helper. Otherwise, just click on the icon to close it. All right, I'm going to call this one Find Us. Okay, here you can type in a short description. Let me see if I can find something on the website. Okay. I'm going to take this description from their website and paste it in here. Okay, you can also set a date for your item, for example, today. And you can also type in a link if you need to redirect your users to an external page where they can find more information on the subject. So I'm going to copy this one and just paste it in. Of course, you can also add some place information to help your users localize your premises. So in this case, it's Stephen's Green. City. I guess for Dublin is just 2. Okay, and of course an email address to get in touch. A phone number. As you can see, it's all very intuitive and easy. Okay, let's take a look at these other features that we have on the page. So the active inactive button is used to hide incomplete pages from your users. So this option is particularly useful if your content is still a draft and you wish to go over it later. You need some time to go on with the editing. But in this case, our page is ready, so I'll just leave it on active. And then we have the geolocalization option. This is by far one of my favorite features on AppsBuilder, because I guess this is exactly what mobile apps are for. So making your content easily approachable by people on the move. So by enabling the geolocalization option, as you can see, you have the chance to drag the marker over the map to select your exact location, or if you have an exact address, just type in the address. So that's it. And there you go. Now we have the marker on the exact location. So what does it mean? It means that when your users get closer to this location, they will see this page right on top of the list of all the other pages. So it's a very effective way to deliver the right content at the right time and to the right audience. If you need to go over some of the information that we have seen together to create this manual entry, you can take a look at our blog, blog.appsbuilder.com, where you can find instructions to create different type of manual entries, such as the place feed that we are creating right now. Right, as you can see, you can also add a little image for your page. To go a little bit faster, I have already created a folder with all the images that I'm going to use for today's webinar. But if you want to upload your own images, it's extremely easy. All you have to do is just click on Upload, Add, and then select the image from your desktop that you wish to import. Okay, I'm going to use this one and just save changes. Alright, so let's take a look at what we have just created. Save your changes again. So you can use the preview on the right hand side of the screen, and there you go. So we have created a little page where I have an image, some contact details like phone number, email address, and the exact location, and a short description. And this little icon here is to redirect your users to Google Map, where they can find exact directions to reach your premises. Okay, so I guess that style feels share and inspire deal with customers on a daily basis. So I assume it's very important to them to keep in touch with their clients and be easily approached. And that's the reason why I'm going to create also a contact section to allow app users to get in touch with the Shelburne via phone and email. To do that, I'm going to move to this category here that is called Contact and select a module for email and call us. Okay, for the email, all you have to do is just type in your email address. If you want, you can also set a default message for your emails to facilitate your users. So suppose that you have recently launched a special offer, for example, so you assume that your customers are going to send you several information requests about this offer. So to facilitate your users, you could also set a default message so that they won't even have to bother about typing the message. Otherwise, you can just leave it blank. Suppose, for example, that you assume that you're going to receive a lot of information requests about your Christmas deals. For example, in this case, hi, I'd like to receive further information on your Christmas deal. Thanks. But like I said, if you want, you can also leave it blank. Okay, save my changes, and then you can do the same with call us. Just provide a phone number, and it will be possible for your users to get in touch with you. So to start a phone call, just by tapping this icon on their smartphone screen. Okay, so on my preview now, on the home page, of course, I can see 3 different icons. I want to turn these 3 pages into submenus. To do that, I'm going to add a page, news, and use this one, not exactly as a page, but just as a main container. And then I'm going to turn these 3 pages into submenus. To do that, all you have to do is just drag slightly the module to the right, like this. Now, as you can see on my home page, I can only see one single page, and if I click on it, I find the 3 pages that I previously created. So don't worry about this title, this page title here, because we'll be able to edit all page titles in a minute. Okay, so let's move on to our next page, and let's go back for a second to their website. Now, as you can see, they have a wide range. They offer a wide range of spa treatments and facilities for all types of needs. So I'd like to create a page like this one in my application as well. To create this type of page, I'm going to use a module called Catalog that you can find here under the General Content section. This module is particularly suitable for showcasing different products and services on sale. So the procedure is always the same. Just click on Add Content. And once again, let's click on Custom to create a manual entry from scratch. Okay, let's start with the first treatment. As you can see, they really offer a wide range of treatments. I'm going to go for a massage. Okay, and let's start with the luxury Swedish massage that they offer. So I'm going to give a title to my entry. And add a short description that I'm going to take from their website. Once again, we can add a date. Suppose that it's a recently implemented, is a recently product that you have just launched. You can also add a link to redirect your users to an external page. Once again, the page is active, and if you want, you can also enable geolocalization options just like we did before. And let's add a little image for this one too. All right, I'm going to go for this one and save your changes. That's extremely easy, as you can see, and if you click on Add New Item, you can add just another item, and you could add as many items as your treatments, as your products on sale. Save changes, and let's take a look at the preview. There you go. So we have our little image and a short description. Okay, so after creating a page for treatments, it's now time to create a booking page where users can actually book the treatments they have previously seen in the gallery in the treatment page. So to create this type of page, I'm going to go to Forms and add a form. Right, so this is the main panel to create customized forms for your application. You can create forms for any purposes you want, such as feedback forms to gather users' feedback on products and services, or maybe you could create booking forms to enable the booking of services right from your application, which is exactly what I want to do with you right now. So first of all, I need to gather some contact details about my customers. So I'm going to use this module called Text. Click on Options, and all you have to do is just type in the message that will be displayed before the field, so to suggest the type of information that your customers have to provide. So in this case, your name, first of all, and just save. I'm going to add another one for the email address. Then I need to gather their phone number, so I'm going to move to Standard and use Number. Your phone. Okay, now I need to know what type of treatment they like to book. So I'll use this module, Select. So treatment. This time you have to click on Options and you have to set the different treatments that you want to display inside your form. So for example, Swedish massage, let me see what they offer. A stone massage maybe, body and soul, facials, okay. You can create as many as you need, of course. Okay, and always save your changes. Right, now I need to know when they would like to come to the spa for their treatments. So I'm going to go to Date, select Date and Time. Preferred time. Okay, and finally I will add a little note section to my form so that customers can type in special requests in case they have any. So let's go to Text, and this time Text Area, which is a little bit bigger than text, of course, to allow note writing. Special requests. And that's it. Very curious to see what it looks like, so let's save changes and let's check it on the preview. There you go. So I'm going to book a Swedish massage for me. So my email address. All right, a phone number. You can select the treatment that you would like to book. So a Swedish massage in my case, preferred time. I'm going to book it for the 13th of November at 4 p.m. All right. Special requests. Well, maybe I'd rather have a female masseuse. And that's it. Just submit. This is just a confirmation message. I want to show you how you can edit that confirmation message. So let's go back for a second to the panel where we were a minute before. Okay, if you click on this button here, Edit Form Options, you have the chance to edit some advanced options in your form. And for example, you can rename your form. So instead of calling it just New Form, let's call it Treatment Booking. Okay, and if you want, you can also edit your success message, which is the message that we saw a minute ago. So it's just a confirmation message that is displayed by your customers right after submitting the form. So for example, thanks. So thanks, our staff will get in touch soon, for example. Okay, if you go to Look and Feel, you have the chance also to customize some basic design options for your form, such as the background color, for example. All right, save changes. Okay, in a minute I'll also show you where you can access all the information that you can collect through this type of forms. Now, let's go back to their website once again. As you can see from all these icons here at the bottom, they seem to be pretty active on social page, and they have also listed their social page on the main navigation menu on the home page. So I guess it's very important for them to be active on social networks, and as you can see, yes, they have several social profiles such as Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and so on. So what I'm going to do is create a social page using some of these accounts. I'm going to go to social, and I'm going to add one page for Facebook, the other one for Twitter, and maybe another one for YouTube as well. Okay, I'm going to do exactly the same thing that I did for the About Us page. So I'm going to use a news module as a main container. All right. And then turn these 3 pages into submenus, just like we did before. Okay, now I need to add some content for my Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube accounts. So let's go back to the website. And let's take a look at their social profiles. All right, let's start from Facebook. So all I have to do is just copy the final bit of the URL and paste it in here. For Facebook, you can also select the content type that you wish to import, choosing among news, gallery, and event. I'm going to go for news today. Same thing for Twitter. So just copy the account name, the last bit of the URL. There you go. Save your changes. And once again for YouTube. You can choose whether it's a playlist or a channel and save your changes. Right, let's take a look at what has just happened. So with Facebook, for example, we have just imported the stream of information coming from Facebook with all the recent updates. Same thing for Twitter. As you can see, all the tweets directly into their application. And finally, YouTube. You have the list of all the videos, just click on it, and you can just click on play to play the video right inside your application. And of course, you can also share the video on the major social networks. All right. So finally, it's time to create some coupons. So I'd like to create a page dedicated to special offers for app users. We all love special deals, of course, and there is no better season, like we said, than Christmas time to leverage the power of mobile coupons. You could create mobile coupons for the same offers available on your main website, or even better, I recommend that you create deals specifically devised for mobile customers to make them feel unique and give them more reasons to check into your application. As you can see from their website, they have a special section dedicated to offers. This one. And of course, as you can imagine, they do have something for Christmas, the ultimate Christmas beauty spa package. So let's start from this one, and let's try to recreate an offer like this one in our application. Okay, we're going to go to general content section. As you can see, we have plenty of modules you can choose from different purposes, and select this one called coupons. The procedure once again is always the same, so just click on custom in case you need to create a new coupon from scratch, or archive. So this is called the Ultimate Christmas Beauty Spa Package. Alright, you can add a little description or maybe the different treatments included in this special offer, such as this one. Okay, you can take advantage of our little editor to rearrange your text. just like I'm doing now. Alright, and of course, one of the main features of a coupon is that it is valid just for a limited time. So let me check this one. I guess this is valid for the whole month of December. Yeah, well, basically November and December. So let's start from today. And let's set the expiry date on the 31st of December. Okay, once again, the same thing with link so that they can take a look at all the extensive information on this offer. And the e-commerce option. So you can set the price, of course, in the correct currency, which is, we're in November, so it's 70. You can select the currency and even a percentage discount in case it's on discount, 20% for example. You can also enable internally managed or externally managed e-commerce options. So if you opt for externally managed e-commerce options, it means that you will have to provide an external website to redirect your customers to this website where they can complete checkout procedures. On the other hand, if you want to manage everything with AppsBuilder, so everything using our platform, you can just opt for internally managed e-commerce. But note that if you decide to enable in-app purchases through the internally managed e-commerce option, you will have to fill in your e-commerce form with your company and PayPal account details by going to the settings sections that you find in your dashboard. Okay, so of course, you can also enable geolocalization option for this coupon as well. Let's add a little image. And save your changes. Once again, the procedure is always the same, so in case you have several coupons, several deals going on at the moment, you can just add as many items as your offers. Okay, let's take a look at it. And there you go. So we have our little introduction, we have our circle with a price, the time frame for my coupon, and the possibility to add to cart or proceed straight to checkout, where you can find a list of all the other products and services that you have added to your shopping cart. Okay, so now that our content is almost ready for each of our pages, we can start working on the design. By clicking on the option icon that you find for each module on the right-hand side of each module, you'll have the chance to set some basic design features for each page, as you can see, such as the title, the icon, the header image, navigation menu, and so on. I'm going to go over these features pretty fast to make sure that we got enough time to cover all the other features, but as you can see, you can customize pretty much everything down to the smallest details. So first of all, I don't know if you remember, but this one was an About page, so I'm going to rename it About. You can also upload an icon for this one. Just click on Change. I haven't created specific icons for this application, but if you want, you can upload your own image, your own icon, or if you want, you can just go to Sets, where you can choose among our ready-made icons and just upload one of yours. Okay, so I'm going to go for this one. Of course, you could do the same also for the sub-menus. This one that is currently called Catalog was actually a page to showcase the different treatments offered by the spa. So let's rename it Treatments. And for this one, let's add a little icon. For this one, I also want to show you how to add a header image, for example. So let's go back to the options. As you can see, header image. you have the possibility to upload a header image for this page to be perfectly viewable in both portrait and landscape mode. So the procedure is always the same. Just click on change, and I'm going to select this one. If you want, you can also upload another one for landscape mode and save changes. I will show you what it looks like. There you go. So we have uploaded a header image, like an introduction image for the list of all our treatments. I can see some questions popping up. I just would like to ask you to bear with me for a few more minutes to get to the end of this webinar, and then in the final part of the webinar I will go over all of your questions and answer all of them. Alright, so let's move on to the form. This was actually our booking page, so I'm going to call it booking. And we need a little icon. Same thing for this page, which is currently called news, but remember we just used the news module as a general container. So let's rename it, and we're going to call it follow us. And I'm going to upload an icon for it. Finally, our last one about coupons. It was called special offers, yes, so we can call it offers, deals. And a little icon. So as you can see, once you get familiar with the procedure, it all gets a little bit automatic and very intuitive and fast. Alright, so I can now move to the look and feel section where I can further customize my app design and make it more consistent with my company's design, for example. The very first thing that you'll be asked to provide are an application icon and a splash image. These two elements are compulsory if you want to submit your application to major app stores, but apart from the app stores, you should keep in mind that your app icon is the image that your users will always see on their home screen. So it's a reminder of the application's functionalities, and that's the reason why you should always upload an application icon, and you should choose it very carefully to make it the place where your brand and visual impact come together. Same thing for the splash image is the image that your users will see while waiting for your application to be fully uploaded. So it can make their waiting more pleasant, and it can improve your application's overall usability. If you need some suggestions on how to create appealing application icons and splash image, you can take a look at our checklist. And here you can find a section dedicated to app icon and splash image. And if you need to find out more, you can also download our free ebook on the subject. Okay, so I'm going to upload an application icon and a splash image for my app. That's the icon. And there you go with splash image. Right, as you can see, you can also customize fonts, buttons, icons, down to the smallest details. If I move now to the themes section, right here I can see all the pre-made templates that we previously saw in the wizard, and if you want, you have the chance to apply a different theme. If you want to apply a different theme, just select the theme and tick the two boxes here. But please remember that if you decide to apply a new theme, your previous design settings will be lost. So for example, if you have already uploaded some icons for your pages, just like we did, these icons will be replaced by the icons provided by the new theme. So always think it twice before applying a new theme. Right, let's move straight to the home page. The very first thing that I can set about my home page is the layout, the main menu layout. So as you can see at the moment it is set as a grid on 4 columns, but we only have 5 icons, 5 pages, so I guess it's more appropriate to go for a grid on 5 columns. There you go. But you have a wide choice of layout menus, so for example list, maybe the grid on 1 column, on 2 columns, fixed menu. And what is really great is that you have the chance to preview in real time what it looks like. Okay, let's go back for the grid on 5 columns. I'm also going to set some features about the background. As concerns the background, you have the possibility to choose between a solid color like this one. So all you have to do is just move the marker and select the color that you prefer, or you can type in the exact color code if you do have one. Or if you want, you can also upload an image. And I'm going to do this. I have created a nice image which mirrors the look and feel of the website. So I'm going to upload this one. If you opt for an image, please remember to untick this little box that you find here. There you go. And this will allow you to view an image as a background on your home page. Okay, we do have this to change also the color of the title bar here. So let's go to title bar. Title bar is this little bar that you see here with the navigation buttons on. Once again, you can choose between color and image. This time I'm going to go for the color. There you go. And of course, you can do the same also for the other pages. So you can set background colors or title bar colors and images. And if you want your application to be perfectly viewable on iPads as well, you can set a launch image, choosing among the pages that you have created. Okay, we can now move on to the next section, but unfortunately for time reasons, I cannot show you all the features included in settings and manage users, but don't worry because these features will be covered in our next webinars. So for today's webinar, I just want to show you how to enable mailing list registrations to your newsletter and where you can access the data collected through the booking form. Let's go back to the website. Right, as you can see from their website, they do have a special section dedicated to their newsletter, where they offer their clients the opportunity to sign up to their newsletter. So I guess it's very important for them to gather contact details from their customers. So I want to do something like this on my application as well. Right, let's go to settings then. You can see a whole bunch of different features here. Today we're going to focus on the mailing list. And basically to enable mailing list option inside your application, all you have to do is just select a mailing list from the menu on the left and then enable mailing list and save your changes. That's it. I'm going to show you what happens now. So when users now try to open your application, they will see this pop-up where they will be invited to provide their email address to subscribe to the newsletter in order to be always updated on the latest news about your business. If you want to disable this mailing list option, all you have to do is just go back to mailing list in settings and click on disable. Okay, let's see where we can take a look at the data that we have gathered through the form. So I'm going to go to Manage Users and then Form Analytics. Okay, here you can see all the details that you have gathered through your booking forms. So remember that I just typed in some information in the booking forms a few minutes ago. So there you go. You have all the information. So as a business owner, you have the chance to get in touch with these customers and maybe also do some upselling or maybe just gather these contact details for your database and for future communications. Alright, so now let's jump to the Promote section right away to show you some tools to increase your app's popularity. When you move to Promote section, you will be asked to confirm all the updates. This is something extremely handy with AppsBuilder because it means that if you have already published your application on the major stores, all the changes that you have done during this session of work will be automatically pushed to your application on the stores. So you won't have to worry about resubmitting your application to the stores because all the changes will be pushed straight to your app and therefore to your users. Alright, here you can also find in this confirmation page, you can find some useful links to our resource center, the support forum, our blog, and our feedback room if you wish to suggest some features to be implemented on our platform. Okay, let's go back to our dashboard, to our promotional tools. Okay, as you can see, the very first promotional tools that we offer to you is the landing page, because like I said, this is a totally unique feature provided by AppsBuilder. But before we take a look at the app landing page and learn how to set up a landing page, let's take a very quick look at the other promotional tools offered by AppsBuilder. So, QR code, the QR code generators. It offers you the possibility to create QR codes in 3 different sizes, which you can then print on stickers, on marketing materials of any kind, printed marketing materials that you can think of to freshen up your documents and presentations. If you want, you can use this QR code, or you can just copy and paste this code string into your source code. Social share allows you to spread the word about your application through the major social networks, Facebook, Twitter, G+, LinkedIn, and also via email. What is really great about this feature is that it allows you to manage different social networks, several social networks, using one single panel. So you can get in touch with all the different communities that you have on social networks just by using a single panel. Redirect to mobile is by far the cheapest way to market your application and mobile site. It basically consists of a pop-up message like this one that invites your website visitors to download the application or access your mobile site for a most satisfying mobile experience. All you have to do is just set a default message, and if you have already published your application on major stores, then you can also type in the link to Google Play and to the Apple App Store. And afterwards you can use this code string and add it to your website. And finally, publish on stores. This subject, this topic, will be extensively covered in one of our next webinars, so for the moment, suffice it to say that basically you have 2 options. We can either take on the whole submission process for you, and in this case all you have to do is just click on Publish App for me, or if you want, you can handle the whole procedure on your own by following these instructions that you find on the right hand side of the screen. The stores supported by AppsBuilder are the Apple App Store, Google Play, and Chrome Web Store for HTML5 web app. Alright, so let's go back to the landing page. And first of all, what's a landing page? Well, an app landing page is a standalone web page that is used to advertise your application and showcase its main features to potential users. So it's like a mini website totally dedicated to your application. Alright, so we already have, of course, a name for our application and a little icon, so we can add a subtitle. Okay, and a short description. Let me see if I can find anything on their website. I'm going to use this one once again, but of course this should be a description of the features, and it should encourage users to actually access the mobile site or download the application. You can also choose which type of device you want to display. You can choose between a white or a black iPhone. And you can also upload an app preview image to show your users what the application looks like. And as you can imagine, the procedure is always the same. Save your changes, and then, as you can see, in real time you can preview changes on the right hand side of the screen. Let's move on to the features. Here you can select the features that you wish to display about your application, but first of all you have to pick a category to which your application belongs to. So for Shelma Spa, I'm pretty sure that the industry is wellness and beauty. As you can see, we have several features, and for each one of these features we have already provided here with a short description. This description is not cannot be edited at the moment, but it will soon be editable, so you will have the chance to type in your own text and your own description for each of the features provided by your application. I will select all the features for my app today and save changes. We're almost done. Let's move to look and feel, and just like we did for the application, basically we can customize the look and feel of the app landing page as well. So you can choose the device alignment, whether you want to display it on the right hand side or on the left hand side. As regards to the background, once again, you can choose among a solid color. You can pick your background color. You can use an image, or you can upload your own image. Okay, I'm going to go for a custom color. Okay, and finally the features layout. So how you want to arrange your features on the page, whether on one column, two columns, or three columns. I'm happy on one column, and save your changes. Okay, so time to preview the landing page. So just click on this button here, Preview in Browser. And as you can see, it really looks like a mini website dedicated to your application. So we have our title, our app preview to encourage users to download the app or access the mobile site. We have the different social networks icons for encourage social sharing, of course, and the list of all the features that can be found on our application. At the moment, we only have this little icon here about the HTML5 web app because we haven't published the application on the stores yet. But if you do publish the application on the major stores, then you will also see two more icons, one for the Apple App Store and the other one for Google Play. Once you have created your page, you can post the link to your app landing page on your social profiles. You can email it to your friends, you can connect it to your website, or even link it to dedicated marketing campaigns. Alright, so we're almost done. Let's go back to the dashboard. Always remember to update your app at the end of each session of work so as to save all of your changes. And if you want to test your application on your devices, just use this button here, Preview App on your smartphone, and you can select the type of device on which you wish to test your application. In my case, I have an Android device, so all you have to do is just download AppsBuilder demo app from Google Play and log in into the application using your username and password. And then you can test your application right onto your device. This is something that we strongly recommend before starting promoting your application or submitting it to the stores, because of course you may want to make sure that everything looks fine and works properly. So test your app on your devices before actually promoting your application and submitting it to the stores. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I think we made it. We created a basic application in roughly an hour, and of course I did something quite basic, but over time you can add more pages, you can refresh layout, you can add submenus, you can edit your content, maybe add more photos and freshen up a little bit your app layout and design. Okay, so if you have questions, you can now type in your questions in the chat box on the right hand side of your screen, and I will be happy to answer your questions. Okay, thank you for your patience. I just needed a couple of minutes to go through all your questions, so I can start answering your questions now. So the first question we had was about some how to set notifications for your booking form. So let's go back for a second to our content page. Okay, one of our community members was asking whether it was possible to receive a notification every time that one of our app users actually send us a request an information request. So of course, so that you get alerted, of course, about the booking request. So this is possible, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's go back to the panel, edit form options, enable notifications. So it is currently disabled, but if you click on enable, you have the chance to type in an email address. So to be alerted, in order to be alerted every time that one of your customers fill in one of the booking forms, so that you can get in touch with your customers at the right time. Okay, let me see. There was another request from another question from one of our community members about the possibilities to download a video from the application. Well, at the moment, this is not something that is possible. It is definitely something interesting, and it is something that we might want to consider in our roadmap. At the moment, if you want to do something pretty much like this, you could use a module called website here, and you could upload the URL of the video using this website. But actually, it really depends on the type of browser that people will use on their smartphone to open this page. So it's not exactly, it's just a little trick to go around the task. But if you want to download a video, at the moment, unfortunately, we do not have a specific module to do that. Okay, we also have a few questions about our reseller package. So for those of you who are not familiar with our reseller program, let me just tell you what a reseller program is. Well, AppsBuilder offers the opportunity to buy our CMS platform. So it's basically the dashboard as you see it now, but totally white label. So you will have the chance to rebrand your dashboard and start reselling applications, unlimited applications at your own price to your clients. So with no reference whatsoever to AppsBuilder. You can remove any reference to AppsBuilder from the dashboard, from the DNS, from the URL, so that every step of the app development will be associated with your own brand. This is an incredible opportunity to set up your own app business without having any coding skills, any design skills. And you can find further information about our reseller package on our website. I will show you where. So if you go to this page called Reseller, you can find extensive information about our reseller program. And if you want, you can also take a free trial, a 14-day free trial, just like the consumer platform. Okay, and particularly our friend here was asking about some, I guess, educational materials on how to use the reseller package. So at the moment we are working on a series of videos, but basically the features that you can use, the features of the reseller platform are exactly the same, pretty much the same that you have on our consumer platform. We are working on our resource center and on our marketing center, and our idea is to implement our resource center with a lot of marketing documentations for our resellers. If you take a look at our resource center, you will already find a lot of information about AppsBuilder and about the mobile industry, and a lot of tutorials on how to use our dashboard. And we are at the moment working on an ebook dedicated to resellers. So check out our resource page and particularly our ebook section, and here you will find an ebook entirely dedicated to resellers. Il problema è che dice che se perde entro 5 minuti... All right. Sorry about this, sorry about the interruption, but apparently there has been a power cut. Could you please confirm that you can hear me okay now using the live chat? Because I lost connection for a few minutes, so I don't know if you can hear me well at the moment. Okay. Thank you very much for your patience, and I'm really sorry for this, but okay, let's go back. So to our questions. So I was saying that we will soon release an ebook dedicated to resellers, so with a lot of tips to how to set up your app business. And at the moment, if you take a free trial of 14 days, at the end of the registration, you will have the chance to download a free ebook on our CMS. So it is a practical guide to get familiar with the CMS and learn how to configure the main features of the CMS. Okay, one of our friends is asking about a recording of the video. Of course, like I said, this webinar has been recorded, and so it will be sent to each one of you at the end of the webinar, so you will have the chance to go over it. And if you want, you can also take a look at our page dedicated to webinars in our resource center, where you can also register for upcoming webinars. And if you haven't got the time to register for a live webinar, to attend live, you can take a look at our list of recorded webinars. Okay, let me take a look. I can see some more questions popping up. Okay, there is another question about the link that you can see, the link to the website that you see on in the coupon. It is actually the title of the coupon. So if you click on the title of the coupon, this will redirect you to an external web page where you can find extensive information on the offer or on the product or whatever it is. But anyway, it's under the title of the page. Just bear with me for a minute. I'm going through one last question, which is a little bit wordy. I guess that one of our friends here is asking about the form analytics that we saw before, a minute before, so let's go back to it. Okay, the form analytics is under the Manage User section. Our friend here is asking whether the form analytics can be seen in another format. If I get his question right, I know that probably is a little bit frightening. I mean, this structure here, because you just see these codes, but as a matter of fact, it's just because I went a little bit faster over this feature. But you do have the chance to customize each one of these values here. So all you have to do is just take a little bit more time. I don't know if you remember, but when I was creating my form, actually I was just typing in the name that is displayed to your users. But I don't know if you noticed, there was another little tab that is called Options on the right. So if you click on the Options, you do have the possibility to actually rename all these codes here and using your own values. So that, of course, it will make more sense to you. Okay, in terms of application on the stores, if I get the question right, well, basically, like I said, AppsBuilder offers you the possibility to publish your application on the major stores. The major stores supported by AppsBuilder are the Apple App Store, Google Play, and Chrome Web Store for web applications. If you want to publish your application on the major stores, you have two possibilities. You can either have AppsBuilder publish the application for you. So we will follow the whole procedure for you, and then we'll send you an email at the end when everything is ready. When your app is ready on stores, we'll send you a confirmation email to say to tell you that everything went fine. Otherwise, the other possibility is just to follow these instructions that you find here on the right-hand side of the screen and publish the application by yourself on the major stores. All right, so before we close this webinar today, I just would like to show you a few useful contacts to get in touch with me. Of course, if you have additional questions that I didn't get to answer today, or maybe you just would like to find out more about some of the features that we saw together in this webinar, feel free to tweet me on AppsBuilder Twitter profile using the hashtag mobile coupons. And of course, check out our support forum or our blog for plenty of resources, infographics, and news about AppsBuilder and the mobile industry in general. And we're always very happy to hear from you. If you have specific feedback or if you have a specific request, feel free to drop us an email at support@appsbuilder.com. And of course, take a look at our YouTube channel where you can find this webinar and many other webinars, as well as some tutorials to perform specific tasks on AppsBuilder. So, thank you very much for your time today. I really hope that you found this webinar useful. So enjoy the rest of your day and see you at our next webinar.